Welcome, language learners from all around the globe, to Listen Up, the podcast that takes you on a captivating voyage through the English language. Whether you've just started your journey or have been navigating the intricacies of English for some time, this podcast is designed to be your trusty compass, guiding you towards fluency and unlocking the wonders of English. I'm your host, Karen, a passionate traveller and an experienced teacher of English as a second language. Join me as we embark on an exciting expedition filled with British history read by a native speaker. Together, we'll conquer the challenges and celebrate the victories of learning English as a foreign language. Each episode of Listen Up will immerse you in a variety of topics, from aspects of British culture, history, and literature. We'll explore useful vocabulary that will empower you to communicate confidently in English. If you want to read along with the podcast, head to my website www.onepawinthesand.com/ESL. The link is in the description. But this podcast isn't just about learning English in isolation. It's about building a community of language learners, supporting one another, and fostering a love of the English language. I encourage you to engage with us through my Patreon page, where you can connect with fellow learners, ask questions, and share your own language journey. So, whether you're sipping tea in Tokyo, walking the streets in Sao Paulo, or studying in a bustling cafe in Berlin, Listen Up is here to accompany you on your quest for English fluency. Join me as we embark on this transformative expedition, where language becomes an adventure and your dreams of effective communication become a reality. Today's episode is called One-Way Streets. In busy modern cities, the way traffic moves is like a dance that takes place every day. We might not think about it much, but it's important. One-way streets are roads where cars can only go in one direction. They help traffic move better and reduce crowding. Did you know this idea started a long time ago in London, England, in the year 1617? Back then, London's streets were narrow, and people used horses and carriages to get around. The king at that time, King James I, saw that there were problems with all of the traffic. So he came up with a new idea. He said that certain streets should only have cars going one way. This was a big change and the start of the idea of one-way streets. This new way of doing things helped a lot. It made driving better because cars didn't bump into each other as much. It also made things safer for people walking on the streets. Even though the idea seems normal now, it was really smart and different in the 1600s. The king's decision had good results. Traffic moved more smoothly, there was less crowding, and people could travel safer. The first one-way street was put into place on this day, 23rd of August, 1617. It shows that London has always been a place where people tried new ideas about cities and how they move and grow. Even though the idea of one-way streets back then wasn't as perfect as what we do now, it started something important. It helped shape how we manage traffic in cities today. As time went on, the idea of one-way streets got better. In the 1900s, when cars became common and cities got bigger, this idea became even more important. Cities all around the world started using one-way streets to help traffic be safer and work better. So when we drive or walk around London's streets today, we should remember that under the roads, there's a history that goes back to 1617. One-way streets changed how cities work and remind us how smart ideas can make our cities better. And that wraps up another episode of Listen Up. I hope you enjoyed learning about my topic today and practicing your English. Remember, the exploration doesn't have to end here. If you have any lingering questions or want to continue the conversation, I've got some great opportunities for you. First off, I offer private lessons for those of you eager to expand your knowledge further, whether it's practicing today's subject or exploring other topics. I'm here to guide you on your English journey. Reach out to me through my website or social media platforms, and let's embark on a personalised learning experience together. I have been involved with training people for more than 10 years. I've been teaching English as a second language for over a year, in which time I have taught over 500 students, many of whom are regulars. But wait, there's more. If you're a devoted fan of Listen Up and want to show your support, consider joining our Patreon community. Your contribution directly helps us bring you more episodes and maintain the quality of our show. Your support truly means the world to me, and we couldn't continue this podcast without you. So whether you choose private lessons or Patreon, or both, I look forward to staying connected and exploring the fascinating realms of English as a second language together. Thank you once again for joining us on Listen Up. Until next time, keep practicing.